Let's talk about beards. Let's talk about having receding hairline. Because after all, I found out if you type in my name, Nick Shell, into YouTube, autofill says Nick Shell, beard. That's one of the options that comes up. So people are wanting to know more about this. Let's talk about receding hairlines and let's talk about beards. So I pointed out many times in my channel before, there's definitely symmetry added to having a beard and having receding hairline. The way you've look at that upside down, it's basically kind of like a Norwood 3. So, especially if your hair's shorter and it shows that Norwood 3, and you turn sideways, there's symmetry in there. It sort of balances things out. It adds dynamics, if nothing else. So yes, it's a good idea to have a beard, but of course, under some circumstances, you have to be able to grow a beard. Of course, as I teach, as your mentor on hair loss, I teach that most men who are going to lose their hair at a younger age typically are the same ones that are able to grow a beard before most people too. So that's kind of a little bit of the trade-off, not to decide whether that's fair or not, but I'm just telling you, you're probably more likely to grow a beard if you're watching this video because of the fact that you're also losing your hair at a younger age. All right, so there's that going on. Then there's, well, most of you aren't married. I am. My wife doesn't like the beard. That's why it's going to disappear after a certain amount of time. But ultimately, if you can grow a beard and there's, a receding hairline issue going on, especially if you're new at accepting your new identity as someone who's got hair loss going on, a beard I think is a great confidence booster as you're in that transition, because something I teach in my videos is that it's a matter of accepting your new identity as someone who's going to lose their hair at a young age. And then when you're totally prepared for that, there's a good chance you'll still have hair beyond that, like happened to me. But I think in that in-between, growing a beard is a great idea. And chances are you're younger than me, so you're not going to have gray hair showing up like I care. I'm 36. I'm not trying to pretend like I'm younger than 36. I'm confidently 36. I embrace my identity as a 36-year-old. But for you, you're not. You don't have gray in your beard. If anything, it'll start out as like red and then turn blonde, and then it eventually turns gray. So beards are a good thing, assuming there's not a girlfriend or something that doesn't like it. People typically like beards, and in the likeness of the way it's never been cooler and trendier to just shave your head off once not shave your head off, but shave your hair off once you start going bald. And I would say starting at Norwood 4. When you're Norwood 3 like me, it's almost just too much too soon. It's overkill just to go ahead and shave it off because you're Norwood 3. But beyond that, Norwood 4, it's cool. It's also never been cooler to have a beard though. It used to be just this unkept concept, but now it definitely is a good representation of masculinity. Not everybody can grow a beard. So if you can, even if you can't keep your hair up here, you can grow the beard. It really goes a long way. And I think it's underrated. I should probably be talking about beards more often than I actually do. But I usually don't have a beard, so while I still do these next couple of weeks, enjoy it. And maybe that'll lead to more videos. By the way, this is a 2-week beard. It's been exactly 2 weeks since I shaved. Of course, I've trimmed up my neck, and I'm very particular about how to do my neck. So many guys do it wrong, in my opinion. What they do is it's almost like a lady that applies too much orange makeup on her face, and it's like a mask. But then like right there, it's just skin. I don't like that kind of beard. This is more of like for me, like a 1970s beard, where if you look, it literally comes down below my jawline on both sides. And if you look, it's gonna look like this. It's gonna be straight across right here and then instantly round up right there. In my opinion, that's how a beard should look. And I only trim the neckline twice a week, and I don't even do it very well. I don't like shaving cream. I just get the clippers and just edge it off and I'm done. So there's just my little bit of information on if you're experiencing the first signs of hair loss and it's bothering you, grow a beard. And if you can't grow a beard, then there's a good chance you're not actually experiencing hair loss. I know I'm oversimplifying that, But there definitely is a connection between guys that lose their hair at a younger age, say in their teenage or early 20 years, but they also can grow a full beard like this by the time they're 16. I've noticed that trend. So what do? God gave you that ability, so use that to your advantage. Just grow a beard. That's the answer to all your problems, isn't it? It's at least enough to get you through this till you can get to my point of confidence, where you realize that your identity is not based in whether or not you have hair. It's on a lot of other things, like being confident and being kind and being helpful and building others up and having a skill set and having some sort of education in some way that's going to improve your life. All those things. But until you get there, it's a matter of building that confidence to get there. And I understand it's not like you can just one day flip a switch and say, okay, now I'm confident, even though I'm seeing signs of hair loss. But I think the whole beard thing is a great way to do that. What's another way is to go ahead and buzz your hair off to a number 2, which I talk about that often too. It's a way to kind of throw yourself in there and project how will this world see me when I do start eventually shaving my head. Start with a number 2. That's probably a whole different video, and I've probably already talked about it enough times that you're tired of me talking about it. I'm Nick Shell, and all I ever talk about on this channel is hair loss. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helps.